my crafty and crochet friends, my name is Tracy and welcome to Travel Crochet. Okay, for today's update, first of all, as you may have seen from the thumbnail, I need to apologise for a couple of things. First thing is, last video I had shown Sky and Chase up there that I had made, which was a Passionate Crafter pattern. I did not realise that you can no longer purchase that pattern pack on Etsy, and I don't believe, I've looked on their website as well, and I don't think you can actually buy that pattern pack at all. So I am so sorry. I had quite a few people that were interested in purchasing that pattern, and I didn't realize it's no longer available. So I am very sorry for that. I didn't mean to lead you down the garden path. I sort of save these links as I buy patterns and make them and show them, and sort of forget to go back and double check that they're still there. So I do apologize for that one. Second thing I really need to apologize for. Now, 2 months ago, no, only 1 month ago, I started memberships here on my YouTube channel, and I am new at all this. This is my first time doing this sort of thing for a YouTube channel, and I did not realize that I had my very first member. I had thought if I got a member that I would be emailed, I would be informed somehow by YouTube that I had a new member. This did not happen. It just happened to be that I was looking at my stats the other day, and I noticed this new thing pop up that I hadn't seen before, and it's not something that you automatically see on your typical screen that I typically look on my phone to see if anyone's commented and that I need to reply to a comment or something. It was that I actually had to get onto my laptop and look at a few extra things on there, and that's where I saw that someone had become a traveller, which is the category of my memberships. And on top of that, so first of all, a very, 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 very big welcome to Erin Hanna, who is our very first member to this channel. I am so sorry that I have not recognized you before this time. My fault completely. I guess I have to learn to look at these things more regularly to double check the things. Now, the second half of that is, I had thought when someone became a member of my channel that I would have their email address. So, because I promised part of that membership is if I have a pattern, they would get a PDF copy of any pattern that I put out. However, due to privacy regulations, YouTube do not actually supply that information to us. So I have no ability to actually provide that pattern to Erin, my member. So Erin, if you do happen to watch this, I do so apologise, but please send me an email. My email is in the description. It's travelcrochetau@gmail. Send me an email so I can send you a copy of the PDF pattern. So until I can work out, I have seen, like the other day, I was watching LA Crochet, and she was talking about her memberships and how her members are getting copies of the PDF patterns, and that was it wasn't Patreon, it was memberships on YouTube. So I'm going to have to do some research to work out how people do this, because obviously we can't breach YouTube policy by emailing the people, but if they email me, that's okay. But I'm not sure how other people are doing this. So just for now, I have taken that part out of the membership because I don't want to give false information to people. But I do, Erin, want to make sure that I get you a copy of that pattern to you. So it's all a learning curve, and I should not have assumed these things, but it's really hard to find out this information. So yeah, that's where I'm starting this video. Apologising, that is for sure. So again, welcome, Erin. I do apologise. I should have shouted you out last month when you joined. Unfortunately, it passed me by and I wasn't aware. But I will be checking this from now on. So yes, I shall be looking into that, and I hopefully can work out, I might even contact a few other people that have memberships on their YouTube and see if I can find out how they get the patterns to their members. Anyway, going on to what I've made since Sunday. Well, actually Monday I ended up crocheting nothing all day. I ended up spending most of my time, I don't know if you can quite see it, you won't be able to quite see it, down the bottom of my shelf. The blanket yarn that was variegated had turned into a huge mess, so I spent pretty much the whole day rewinding the yarn into big balls, and so I could see what I had again. And by the time I finished that, my hand and arm were so sore. Now I understand why people get yarn winders. That is for sure. So that wasted a whole day, really. And since then, I've only got 4 things made. The first thing here is a free Instagram pattern, and it is Cookie Monster. Now, I am not, to move back so you can get him all in frame. I'm not 100% happy with the way he turned out. I don't think it was me, but I actually have had to, his top of his head was a cone, and I've had to put stitches from there and down here and try and pull his head rounder. I've also stitched his mouth closed a lot more and did extra rows around the mouth. But yeah, he looks like he's been eating, as Kim said, diet cookies. He's not as chubby as Cookie Monster should be. But I mean, it may be user error as well. You can't always know for certain that it's not me that is the issue, I guess. He kind of looks like him. He kind of looks like Cookie Monster, but yeah, not 100% satisfied, so I don't think I will try this again. But if you want to give it a go, it is a free Instagram pattern by Matco Crafts, and the link will be in the description to their Instagram page, because as I found out last video, people move links, or they change the way they've got things linked or remove patterns or whatever. So I'll just link to the actual designer. I hope it's still there when you go look for it. I apologize if it is not. I just checked like 2 minutes before I started this video, so it should still be there. So that was number 1. And this guy did take a fair amount of time as well. Then I moved on to, just felt like doing, I wasn't feeling the greatest. A couple of weeks ago, I was given a new health diagnosis, and I can get into a fair amount of pain and discomfort, and I do require surgery, but because I can't afford private health, I'm going on a waiting list, and they tell me will be between 12 and 18 months before I can have the surgery. So I'll have bouts of extra pain and discomfort at different times. So I was having one of those days, so I just felt like doing mindless stuff. So I just made 2 more snakes, and I love the way the variegated just striped on this one. So this is, as I said, last couple of videos, I think I've been making these. Jenny in my spare time crochet, YouTube tutorial. And then this guy was a different variegated kind of ombre yarn, which was very interesting colors as well. So that was 2. Just mindless. It was really good when, yeah, I wasn't feeling the best, but it was just good to crochet something that I didn't really have to think about. Then, when Kim was here, I knew that I crocheted different. And then Kim described my crocheting like I crochet knit. The way I held my hook and yarn and everything, it was like I was trying to crochet and knit at the same time. So then the next pattern, I spent a long time trying to learn to crochet like a big girl and have the finger up and doing the yarn tension, because I've found that I have very loose tension because I actually wasn't holding that tension. I was holding what I was making rather than anyway. So the next item I made, crocheting properly. I still do yarn under, yarn over, but now my stitches are really, really tight and small, but I actually love it. So I made this next item with skinny velvet chenille using a 3mm hook, and look at those stitches. There is not a gap anywhere to be seen. Not normally when I make something out of the velvet, you can see the holes, especially when you're starting off at, like, you know, 4 in the magic ring. There was always gaps, and there is absolutely nothing. So now that I've learnt to crochet like a big girl, like I should, I am really happy with that. But I can see that I'm going to be going up hook sizes rather than down for once, because I can imagine, and I'm about to start something in blanket yarn, that the hook size I was using will be too small now. And it'll be interesting to see how I go crocheting like this with the bigger yarn. So this is Winnie the dragon. I hadn't made Winnie since this pattern was first released. I don't know, was it 2 years ago? And Chris's sister Kerry had just made one when she was here last, and we sold it. So I thought, well, I better make another one. And I had promised the young girl at the market that I would make a red dragon. So here we are. And this took a fair while, but I must say, crocheting this way, it's actually a lot faster. So I think the way I can explain the way I was crocheting, so I would be in with one hook, but I would be holding the item. So I was kind of lifting my hand all the time, but now that I've got my finger up all the time, this hand's mostly doing the work. yeah, I don't know, it just flows easier, and I don't know why I didn't force myself to learn that earlier. So anyway, I am very happy with that. And the stitches, like, I never knew I could crochet that well. So from now on, my stitches are going to look a lot different, a lot tighter, and a lot neater, I think. But that is all I've got made since Sunday. So it's not much, but sometimes you're just not feeling the greatest, and so you crochet a bit slower. And I was spending a lot of time concentrating to crochet properly. But properly as in, but still yarn under, yarn over, because I think those stitches look nice and neat. So it's going to be a quick one, this video, because that's all I've got. I mean, reality is sometimes I just don't have as much, don't even have any yarn hauls or anything at the moment. Yeah, I have a market Sunday, so the next video will be a market recap. And the last video, ever since Kim left, we've had beautiful sunshine every single day, and the closer that we've been getting to Sunday, I've been looking at the weather forecast, and 2 days ago it said sunny all the way through, and then yesterday it said, oh no, we're deciding now that we're going to have showers, possible showers on Sunday. But then I just checked it again before, and it's back to being sunny again. So hopefully that can stay that way, and we're going to have a sunny market. But I'm not holding hopes up for a really good market, because there is a huge leisure festival in Maryborough, in the next town over, that's about 30 minutes away. So imagining that's going to take a lot of people away from the market, but hopefully, because they've got to sort of drive past that if they're coming from Harvey Bay, on the road they'll pass the market, so it might, because it's opening, you can see that, oh, there's a market there. People might think to drop in before they go to the festival or on the way back from the festival. So I'm not sure how it's going to affect it, so we'll see anyway. You never know, and if it's at least a sunny day, that will help. Yeah, fingers crossed that we don't have rain. Anyway, this is a very, very, very quick one tonight. Again, I am so sorry for the membership mix-up. I am still learning, like I said. Welcome, Erin, again, and I do apologise for not welcoming you earlier. And yes, I shall see if I can work this out and get that perk back up again as an offering. But until Sunday's update, just a quick one tonight, and thank you so much again, everybody, for your support, and we'll see you after Sunday's market and see how we go. All right, bye.